Welcome to the pre-session video for the first Action Network Facilitator Forum session to be held over Zoom on Monday the 6th of July at 10:30 a.m. I'm Brendan Patchett, Project Manager for RMPP Action Network. We've really enjoyed bringing the eForum series to you, and it's been great being involved in the two keynote sessions so far and seeing the fantastic engagement and contribution occurring in this online format. If you haven't had a chance to participate, you can catch up on these in recorded format and conversation through the online Slack channel. Action Network got going in late 2017. It was a Greenfields program, and it's fair to say that it took a bit of time for the understanding to develop. The understanding of what it is and how it works for farmers and rural professionals working together in small groups, guided by some key principle boundaries. Close to 3 years on, the Action Network approach of well-facilitated small group peer-to-peer learning and support is more widely recognised, and the fit of small group learning and support is better understood. And judging by our evaluation, it has proven to be a powerful and effective approach to support farmers with new ideas, knowledge and increased confidence to make tweaks or changes within their farm businesses, not to mention the social wellbeing and environmental benefits being reported. We've had 207 groups with over 1,750 farmers participating and over 100 facilitators having been involved supporting action groups today. Action groups have covered a range of focus areas, with animal performance and business planning consistently strong areas of focus, along with an increasing number of environmental and catchment focus groups forming. We still have groups lining up to participate, and now with the program being extended through until the 31st of March 2021, there is now increased opportunity for groups to build on the foundation and set up for enduring success. The building a solid, trusted group environment does take time and effort. We've been excited by the results of our evaluation, and we're now going to share some of this with you. Scarlatti undertook an overall Action Network economic impact evaluation for us. Take a look at this overview from Scarlatti.
Hi, my name is Adam.
And I'm Vaughan.
And we work for a firm called Scarlatti. We were asked to do an evaluation of the RMPP Action Network to work out what difference it has made to farm and to industry profitability. We've also thought about non-economic benefits like environmental sustainability and farmer well-being. Overall, it's a good news story. Our economic analysis starts by thinking about the distribution of profitability across New Zealand sheep and beef farms. We see some farms with high profitability and some with low, and we ask what causes the variation. We find that at least half of the variation is due to human capability. Next, we break down the different areas that contribute to the capability needed to run a farm business. For each area, we consider not just knowledge and skills, but also aspirations and attitudes towards change. Finally, we consider how participation in an action group can influence a farmer's knowledge, attitude, skills, and aspirations for a different area. For the average farm that is part of an action group, we find the benefit is about $24 per hectare. That is a little under $18,000 per year for the average size farm. Sheep and beef farms cover 8.3 million hectares in New Zealand. Not all of them are influenced by the RMPP Action Network, and, for those that are, the benefits take a few years to build up. When we pull these things together, we find that the impact of the RMPP Action Network on total industry profitability will rise to a peak of about $58 million in 2032. Overall, the Action Network has been a great investment. For every dollar spent, there has been $26 generated in benefits. A 26-to-1 return on investment might sound a little bit too good to be true, so let's do a reality check by going back to the distribution curve we saw earlier. The difference in profitability between the most capable and the least capable farm teams is worth several $100s per hectare. When you multiply that by 8.3 million hectares, we find the economic potential is of the order of several $billion per year. If you think like that, The RMPP Action Network has only just got started on the opportunity available to the industry.
Awesome overview, Adam. What a cool way to represent the evaluation. With the impact on human capability being such a big part of what Action Network is all about, let's take a look at what Mark Elliott has to say. Mark is from UMR and performed our behavioural evaluation.
Hey, how are you? It's Mark here. Hey, I've spoken probably with about at least 30, getting up to kind of 40 farmers who've taken a part in the Action Network, and just flexible conversations sitting around the kitchen table. And through that process, we've uncovered a lot of really rich, interesting information about how the Action Network has been impacting on farmers' lives and their farming practices. So it's pretty clear to us through this research that it's actually providing very successful and valuable outcomes for those who've been involved. Now, if I was to try and sort of squash it all down to three main themes that have really struck a chord with me, the first one is the Action Network is really providing an unjudgmental platform for farmers to connect and share experiences and knowledge. And it's also the emphasis on having effective group facilitation is helping to supercharge farmer-to-farmer learning and farmer-to-independent expert learning as well. Also, I think we're starting to see how powerful a well-formed, focused and managed group of peers can be for building confidence, mental well-being and willingness to improve. Now I just want to unpick those three things quickly. Firstly, providing an unjudgmental platform. I hear time and time again about farmers who are reluctant to engage in extension work because they're scared about opening up their business and being criticised by others. The primary sector can be a very harsh place to live and operate, and having these ground rules set up in these groups that make sure they're a constructive, positive environment where we encourage each other in ways to improve our businesses together is a real important ingredient for engaging with a wider cohort of farmers. So that's critical. The second thing is that, which is closely related, we haven't always had effective group facilitation. Now that's needed to make sure we do treat each other with respect, and it's also needed because people who are good at facilitation are able to ensure the right questions are asked within the group, and they're able to sort of pull out of the farmers who often have the answers inside their heads already but don't quite know how to get it out or are given the opportunity to get it out. So an effective facilitator will drag that out of farmers, and what that means is that supercharges farmer-to-farmer learning, because they get to learn off each other because people are far more open to share what they know. And that works the same between farmers and independent experts. Farmers don't always know on their feet how to craft the question to draw the information out of the expert. A facilitator's role is to read the room, understand what's going on, and ask those right questions, because they should be trained at asking those good questions. And that just supercharges that learning again. And finally, we're starting to see how potent and powerful a group of peers are when you get into working together in a way that is both supportive of each other, all focused and heading in the same direction, and that is unbelievable platform for making change on farms. When you're with your peers doing the same thing, it builds confidence, it builds well-being, and builds a willingness to improve. And I think those three things, along the unjudgmental platform, the emphasis on facilitation, and the powerfulness of having a group that is working together in a cohesive way, is just absolute gold on gold for the Action Network.
Hopefully these clips give some insight into the impact Action Network has had on farmers and our sector. So, what is Action Network all about? Where does it fit in the broader extension landscape? What's sitting behind it? What makes it effective and work? Well, RMPP have developed a small group learning and support learning module that adds context and helps make sense of the approach. As a taster, you can check out the video we've posted in Slack. Or if you have time, check it out in full on the Beef and Lamb Knowledge Hub. And finally, if you haven't seen the recent video of a Thai Happy group recorded 18 months on, take a look at this, also posted on Slack. We're going to be lucky to have Dan and Jackie Cottrell, primary contact farmers for the group, and Byron Taylor, the facilitator, sitting on a panel along with another facilitator, Genevieve Stephen, Mark Elliott and myself to respond to any questions or curiosities you might have. We're really looking forward to seeing you along and sharing in the discussion. That's where all the value happens. See you then.